Well, good morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So, in the last session, team, on Saturday, we have completed our descriptive flex fields in the system. And as part of the descriptive flex fields, what are the extended topics within the descriptive flex field? Like, what is the context value concept in the system? Then, what are the other ways that we can define our descriptive flex field? Or within the concept of value sets, what are the different types of value sets we have in the system? Like when we will be using format only, what is independent value set, or what is dependent value set, or what is subset or the table value set. That all we have seen, team. So we have seen how to configure the descriptive flex fields on any page of the application. What is the way that we have to start our descriptive flex field configuration, team? I told you, first of all, be on the screen where you want to configure the flex field. Okay. Be on the screen where you want to configure the flex field, right? And then you highlight the flex field I told you, team, from here, correct? So my client group or any screen you take, new person, hire an employee or something. Then I told you what, team, after being on the screen, you highlight the, okay, this is mandate. These are the things that we configured in our last class on Saturday, team. Okay. Then highlight the flex field I told you, so that on that page, whatever the DFF section available, they will get highlighted, I told you, team. But we have other way around also to find out the DFF sections and to configure the DFFs, team. How you know? Go to the application, team, that is our setup and maintenance work area. Come to our setup and maintenance work area. Okay. And here, team, under workforce deployment only, you search with a task called, team, manage percentile disk percentile, team. So how for our lookups, we have the individual tasks available, team. For descriptive flex fields also, team, we have the individual tasks available for different business objects. See, when I search with manage percentile DESC, manage legal entity configurator descriptive flex field, manage organization structure descriptive flex field, grade descriptive flex field, work structure descriptive flex field. Work structure means all our jobs, locations, grades, all these things, team, departments, everything. And see, team, here, manage person descriptive flex field, manage employment descriptive flex field, manage global absence descriptive. We have individual tasks also available, team. So I'm on the person information screens. Okay. So I have different DFF sections on this first page, at the second page, like that, team. So if I want, team, I even can come to this task, manage person descriptive flex field. Go to this task, team, manage person descriptive flex field, and you could able to find all the DFF sections that were available on the person information on these two tabs. Whatever the descriptive flex field section on my first page identification, I have only one section, team. But when I go to person information tab, I have different DFF sections available. So all the DFF sections I could able to see here. See, what is that available DFF section on this page, team? Per person's DFF. So I could able to see here, see, team, in the manage person descriptive flex field. If I come here, see, per person DFF. I can click on this, then I can land upon this configurational screen, edit, and I could able to configure from here also, team. See, the same page that what we have seen in our last two classes, the configuration of DFFs, I can able to configure from here. So what I'm trying to tell you is, what are the different ways that we can handle our flex fields configuration, team? Simplest way will be being on the screen, highlight the flex field, then check out the DFF section and you can able to configure the descriptive flex field team. If not, you can search the task individually team, manage person descriptive flex field. You can come, go to the DFF section, but handling this will be a bit tough team because we don't know on which page, which DFF section is available. Out of your experience, once you start using the system, you can able to find out what are their team. But as an implementation consultant, you should know all the ways that how we can handle the system. So I'm covering that from this point of view also team. Just for information purpose, I thought of sharing with you this one also team. That is one thing we have. Next, business units we have defined team, and then how to assign the reference data sets to the business unit also we have seen team. Then the next task will be configuring the departments in the system. Almost our organization structure, everything we configured team. Enterprise we define of our client in the system. Divisions we define. Legal entities we define. Business units we define. And now team, the final one, which is the lowest level or the least level in the org hierarchy, which is also part of workforce structures, that is our departments team. What are departments? We everyone know. Already I have explained you in the system. So under every business unit, we will be having the departments, right team? Because as we all know in Fusion system, all the workforce structures are mapped to B. Same departments also team will be mapped to the business units in the system. This understanding we all have already team. So how to create the departments in the system team? We have a task available called manage departments. Come to the system and search with the team manage departments. Manage departments. So come to manage departments team, click on the task. Okay, click on the task, manage departments. You will land up on this page. Then click on create team. Then you will land up on create department page team. So you have the options create new and select an existing organization to define as a department. What is this team? The same option when you creating the divisions also, you could able to see team. If I select create new, then like this, you have the flexibility to define the new division name, etc. Like that, you will get in team. If you select this option team, select an existing organization to define as a department. What is this team? Prior to departments in the system, already we configured our business units, we configured our legal entities, divisions, all this stuff. So do you want to use any of the existing naming convention of them and you want to create it as a defined department? In that case, you select that option team. But that is not required for my case because I have all my departments like this team. Like under North BU, I have sales department, purchasing department, HR, manufacturing. Then under South BU, I have finance department, marketing department, sales, etc. like that team. So go with create new. Then effective start date, as we all know by default, 1/1/1951. Then department set team. So under which reference data set you are creating that, you could able to find out here team. So probably the instance got refreshed team. Our reference data sets I might not see here. Let us create under the common set only as of now. But when you are working team, you know under which reference data set you have to map. Like already for our business units, whatever the set we mapped for department team, you have to create our department under that set only. So that whatever the department you are defining will map to the business unit accordingly. Correct team? So let's say I will define Tata sales department. Department name I am configuring like this team. Then internal address line is not required because we have to capture the location details here. Then status active, then context value. What is this team? DFF concept. On this page of create department, on this description page, any custom field that you have to configure team, you have the flexibility. Within that, the context value concept. If you want, you can use it and you can define your custom flex fields team. Then action reason team. So create department is the action in the system. For that, what is the reason? Already we discussed this concept also in the last week classes team, like actions, action reasons. Okay. So whatever the reasons that you listed out in the system that you could able to see. Currently, there is something called reorganization team. I'm using that one. Then location. Already for all our departments by this time, you should have created your locations team. Manage locations and you would have defined that all locations you can able to see here. Then I will add this department in one of the location that is available, Hyderabad. Okay. You can capture the location details for your department team. Any attachments that you want to add, you can add here team. Then click on next. You will land up on department details tab. What is this team? Department details tab. So actually this tab is an information purpose only team, doesn't have much impact. So see here, organization manager information. First is team reporting name. See, currently you are creating the department with the name of Tata Sales Department team. How you want this department should be reflecting in the reports in the backend team. Like in the backend, we have VIP reports, OTBI reports, like that team. So when you're extracting any report related to the employee, how this department name should be shown in that report team. Like you can maintain the alias name, short name. So I'm giving Tata SD, something like that team. So whatever you place here in the reporting name team, in the back end, when you run the report team, this department name will reflect in this way in that report details team. Tata sales department note, so Tata SD. Okay, then team manager information. I was telling you, in Fusion application, the concept of manager, you can maintain at different levels. Already team, when we defining our business unit, we have the provision to maintain the manager details. But again, at the department level, if you are maintaining team, whatever you're maintaining at that BU level will be overridden at the department level team. Next, again, at the lower level, position level also, we have the option team. Then finally, at the hiring time, who is the manager that HR giving to the employee, that will be taken as granted team. But if you want to maintain the concept of manager at the department level, then you can able to maintain here team. If already the employee's data existing in the system, okay. If already the employee's data existing in the system, you can able to search the person details here and you can tag as a manager team. Let's say I'm adding this Finstone Jacob as a manager to this department. What is that meaning? You know, in the system, in the front end, whenever the HR hiring the employee team, and if the new employee is hiring in this Tata sales department, this Jacob Finstone will become manager to that employee team. What is that? If you are hiring an employee in the system, in this Tata sales department, automatically this Finstone Jacob will become manager to that employee team. So in Fusion application, if you are maintaining the manager details at the business unit level or at the department level, accordingly, when you hire an employee in that department team, that particular person who given as a manager will become manager to that employee's team. Okay, that is about maintaining the manager details at the department level. So this GL cost center information is not required team. In payroll module, I will talk about this concept. It is not related extensively to core HR. You can ignore team. Then team workday information. See, work start time, work end time, standard working hours, its frequency, annual working hours. Already this concept also we have seen at other levels in the system. Correct team? Even the workday timings team, when we defining our legal entity at the above, we have seen at the enterprise level, we have seen, as we all know, certain things will get overridden at different levels team, particularly workday timings. If you see team at the enterprise level be captured, but if you are giving at the LE level team, this will override and it will be taken at the LE level. Now at the department level, again it is asking team. So if I maintain any workday timings at my department level team, in the system, whoever the employees I am hiring in this department team, the timings will come accordingly. So at the legal entity level, above level, whatever we define, that will get overridden for this department team. So if you want to go with same timings that you maintain at the legal entity level, then don't capture anything at the department level team. If you have a different opinion, different requirement, at the legal entity level, you maintain some timings like 10 to 6. But for your sales department, it is 9:30 to 5:30. People who are working in sales department, then fair enough, come and maintain the details here team at the department level if you want separate timings. If not, don't give anything team, just give it blank. So by default at the above, at the legal entity level, what we captured, that will take into the picture team. Then whatever that you are seeing here, France department, Canada workers, Canada provincial, these all things, please ignore team. In real time, you won't be able to see these all stuff. In the demo instances, someone enabled our extensible flex fields team, country specific different sections people enable. But in real time, when you configuring the department, take it as 100% granted team. In the department details tab, only this info and workday info, that's all we will be configuring team. These all things, even they will be hidden out in your environments team. In demo instance, someone enabled, please ignore them. So when you creating the department, these two information you have to be capturing team, tab 1 and tab 2. Then you are good to proceed with the review page. Click on next. You will land upon review page team. Whatever the details you configured so far, you could able to see here. Then you can click on submit team. Click on yes. Okay. Click on yes and click on OK. So the department will be created in the system. In this way, team, what all are the departments we have in the system across the business units? What all are the departments you have, team? You have to configure that in the same way in the system. Okay, that is how you will be configuring your department. So I configured one department team. It's a simple thing to define. Rest of all the departments, whatever you have under your business unit, you can able to configure in the department task like that team. Okay. Then team, we have something called department trees in the system. This trees concept team, I will talk together here. That is why I highlighted team. We have in the Fusion system a concept called trees, not only for department team. When we configuring the positions, we have the concept of trees called position trees. Then we have organization tree. Then we have geography trees. Like we have 4 types of trees available in the Fusion application team. So I will not talk about the trees here. When we complete our positions, along with the position tree, I will also talk about department tree. That is why I highlighted in the sheet like this team. Let us discuss this along with the position trees team. Now moving on to the next topic. So we will be talking about the concept of grades in the system team. We'll be talking about the concept of grades in the system. What are grades? What are grades? And when we talking about the grades, what are the concepts that we have to be learning in the system team? Let us see now. Out of our workforce structures team, already locations we completed, departments we completed. We are left with the jobs, positions, and grades team. So now I'm starting with the concept of grades in the system. Now I'm starting with the topic of grades in the system team. Okay, team, just give me 2 minutes. I have to take the call. Just it's a kind of customer call. Just give me 2 minutes, team. I will be back, please. Yeah, hi team. Sorry for that. So it's a client call basically. We were on the project supporting the last night and there is some P1 issue going on. Sorry team. So the next topic that we will be talking for today will be team, the concept of grades in the system. So what are grades in the Fusion application team? And within the concept of grades, what all are the things that we have to be talking about? If you come to the concept of grades team, okay, we have to be talking about these all concept like grades. Then within the grades team, we have grades with the steps. Okay. Then we have team. Then we have team, grade, ladder, and we have something called grade rates. So when you're talking about the concept of grades team, please keep in mind, we have to be known with all these concepts in the system. Okay. So what are grades in the Fusion application team? See, like all we know, even if you people are working in any current organization's team, okay, you might be hired in a specific grade in the organization team, correct? So the grade in the organization will uh, designate your cadre or the level that you hired in the organization team. What is the concept of grades? In order to define your grade, in order to define your cadre or the level at which you were hired in the organization. Most importantly, team, in order to maintain the salary validation team, in order to maintain the salary validation team, we have the concept of grades in the Fusion system. If anyone asks you why we have the concept of grades in the Fusion application, tell them in order to maintain the salary validation in the Fusion application, we have the concept of grades in the system. Kumar, how come the salary validation is coming into the picture? Salary is related to the payroll module, right? Payroll module. Then in core HR module, we have the concept of grades. How come, team? These are interdependent setups, team. In payroll module, we have a concept called team salary basis. For our 7 to 8 batch, I was talking about that concept only today, just previous to your session, 7 to 8, whatever the batch is there, we were in payroll module team. I'm talking about this concept only today, the salary basis. We have in payroll team a concept called a salary basis in the system. Okay. We have a concept called salary basis in the system team. So what is the salary basis in payroll team? So basically we will be tagging this salary basis where we will maintain the yearly salary of the employee team, that which we are hiring in the organization. So when we adding the salary basis in the system, here you can maintain the salary validation team. Like when we configuring the grades in the system team, we will be maintaining the grade rates. My client will be telling, Kumar, if I'm hiring an employee in grade D, let's suppose team, my client having some grades like this team, let's assume grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, or grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, like that. My client can maintain the rates at each of the grade. Kumar, in the grade X, if I'm hiring an employee team, the salaries should be minimum 5 lakhs per annum to maximum 25 lakhs per annum, like that thing. So that grade rates, I'm going to tag to the salary basis concept in the payroll module team. So when we hiring an employee in that grade, when I'm trying to add the salary to the employee team, as per his grade, whatever is the rate that we are maintaining in the system, the validation will take place team. If I'm hiring an employee in a particular grade, as per that rate, 5 lakhs to 25 lakhs, I have to give the salary within that range team for that employee. So whoever the employees you are hiring in the organization, obviously at the assignment level, we will provide the grade information also team when we hiring the employee. Okay. So that whenever you're hiring an employee in a particular grade, when it comes to salary details in the payroll side team, whatever the grade rates that we are maintaining in the system, minimum and maximum ranges team, you have to be giving the employee salary within that range. So for that purpose team, in order to maintain the salary validation in the Fusion system, we have the concept of grades in the application team. So first of all, we have to define the grades, and for every grade, you can maintain the salary rate team, minimum, maximum. So if I'm hiring an employee in that particular grade, I have to give the salary within that particular rate team, like that. So first of all, from the core HR module, we have to configure the grades in the system and their rate scheme. And when we go to the payroll module, when we configuring this salary basis team, we have to map our grade rates to that salary basis team. So we have to map our grade rates to a salary basis. So when it comes to payroll module, when I'm configuring salary basis, I will let you know how to integrate the grade rates to a salary basis team. So when we hiring an employee in a particular grade, when I'm trying to add the salary basis, the validation will take place team. For that purpose, we have the concept of grades in the system team. So let's assume my client telling Kumar, I'm having the grades like this: Tata grade A, then Tata grade B, okay, then Tata grade C, then Tata grade D, then Tata grade E, etc. See, not necessarily A, B, C, D, E. Client to client, the company to company that you are going to work team in the coming future, they might maintain with their own naming convention. Some clients will go with alphabetical order, grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, like that. Some clients will go grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, like that. Some will go with different naming convention, M1, M2, M3, different names they will find out team. For example, let's assume our client Tata Group is telling, Kumar, these are the grades that I'm going to use in my organization for hiring the employees. Grade A, grade B, grade C, grade D, and grade E. What do you mean by grades with the steps? These are grades which my client using team. What do you mean by grades with the steps team? See, does your client using straightforward grades in the organization, or within each grade any steps that your client maintaining? My client maintaining steps in that team. Like under grade A, I have grade A1, A2, A3. Then under grade B, I have, let's say I have B1, B2, B3. Then under grade C team, I might have grade C1, C2, and C3. Then under grade D, I have D1, D2, and D3. Then grade E, I have E1, E2, and E3. Let's say team, if my client maintaining under each grade any steps within them, then you have to create your grades with steps team. What do you mean by steps, Kumar? For example, team, my lowest level or the entry level grade in my client organization is E3 team. Let's assume A is the top grade in my organization, followed by B, C, D, E. E is the lowest or the niche level grade, entry level grade in my organization team. So whoever the freshers hiring in the organization, entry level position team, so they will be allocated with E3. So today I'm hiring an employee by name Mr. Suresh in the organization team. Okay, in my Tata Automobiles Private Limited. Okay. Today I'm hiring an employee by name Suresh in Tata Automobiles Private Limited. So I'm hiring Mr. Suresh in grade E3 team. Okay. I'm hiring employee Suresh in grade E3 team. Okay. Let's suppose employee got promoted team, 1 year completed, performance appraisal, everything came, employee performed extremely well, and he got promoted to the next level team. From E3, he will not promote to D directly, right? From E3, he will move to E2. Then next year, he will move to E1. Then he will move to D3, D2, D1, then C3, C2, C1. The career progress of the employee will be like this team. When you maintain steps within the each grade, So employee will climb towards the steps team. From E3, he will be promoted to E2, then E1, then D3, D2, D1, like that. So it's purely up to the client requirement team. In Fusion system, we have the flexibility. Directly, you can create the grades in the system, or under each grade, you can maintain the sub steps also team. So what is your client requirement? Accordingly, you have to define your grades team. So grades and grades with the steps means this one team. Okay. After that, once you define grades or grades with steps team, what we have to do? We have to define the grade ladder in the system. What do you mean by grade ladder team? Defining of hierarchy within this grades team. I have 5 to 10 grades in my organization. Under them, we have again steps, everything team. Now, within the grades, which is a top grade in the organization, which is followed by, which is next followed by, and which is at the niche or the lowest level grade in the organization team. So in my client company, grade A is a top grade in the organization team, and grade E is the basic or the niche level, entry level grade team. So you have to define the ladder team, which grade is coming after which grade. I have A, followed by B, followed by C, followed by D, and the lowest or the niche level is E. So which grade is coming under which grade? You have to set up that sequence, or you have to set up that hierarchy within them team. For that matter, we have a task available called team grade ladder. So once you define your grades in the system team, you arrange them in the hierarchical order team in that grade ladder. So that is about the concept of grade ladder in the system. And then team, you have to define the grade rates. For each of the grade team, you can maintain the salary rates. For example, team, my client is telling, Kumar, whoever the employees I'm hiring in grade E, the salary range to be minimum 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs. So people whom I'm hiring in grade D, 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs. Okay. Then people who are hiring in grade C, 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs. Then in grade B, 50 lakhs to 75 lakhs. And in grade A, I have 75 lakhs to 1 CR. That's it. Example two. Okay. So for every grade in the system, you can maintain the grade rates team. What is the minimum and what is the maximum salary per year team? So if I'm hiring an employee in grade E, either in E1, E2 or E3 team, the employee salary should be within this range, minimum 3 lakhs and maximum 10 lakhs. So when I'm hiring an employee, when I go to the salary basis details of capturing the salary team, I have to give the salary between this range for this employee's team. If I'm going less than this or beyond this, system should give us a validation team. Okay. So for the concept of the salary validation team, we have the concept of grades in the system. And these are the 4 concepts we have to be clear when we configuring the grades in the system. What are they, team? Grades, grades with the steps, grade ladder, and grade rates in the system team. So let us see how to configure them in the system. Now, as part of the requirement, let's assume this is our client requirement team, like 4 or 5 grades within that steps they are having. And these are the salary rates that they want in the system. So how you will be configuring the grades in the system team? We have a task available called manage grades in the system. Go to the application team, click on done. And here team, under your workforce deployment only, you could able to search with a task called team manage grades. Okay. Manage grades. Go to manage grades, and then team, you can able to define your grades in the system. Okay. Click on create. Click on create. Then you will land upon team, create grade. And you have something called grade details. So we have a couple of tabs team, like we have grade details, grade steps, grade rates, etc. Let us see one by one. So this is not required, please ignore. Whatever that you see, legislative info, that all not required team, additional extra sections. Okay. So in the create grade team, effective start date and grade set details team, like when we defining our workforce structures, it will ask us, right, under which reference data set you are creating it. So already we have mapped all our reference data sets to our business unit team. So under whatever the set I define my grades, accordingly it will map to the respective business unit team. Let's say I will create my grade with the name of Tata grade A, right team? Then code, if you want, you can provide accordingly team. Then status to be active. Then for create grade action, whatever is the reason that you want to give team, you can able to provide. As we all know, actions and action reason concept. Currently in this demo instance team, for every action, reorganization was given. So that is available team. But if you want, you can go to create grade and you can add the reason that what you want team. Okay, capture that. Then context value, the DFF concept team. Then any attachment that you want, you can upload the attachment team. So these are the information that what you will capture at the grade details level team, like grade set, effective start date, and grade name and grade code team, like under which grade we are, under which set we are creating the grade, that details we have to be capturing team. Next, after we giving the grade details here team, if you go to the next tab, you will be landing upon team grade steps. See here, what is this? Grade steps. Now team, now team here, if your client maintaining the steps under each of the grade, then you can define the grades with the steps team. Let's suppose my client is telling, Kumar, I don't have any steps within my grade. Only I have straightforward grades I have, like grade A, grade B, grade C, D, E. Then team, you don't need to configure any steps within them team. You don't need to configure any steps within them team. If you have steps, then team, you have to configure the grade steps in the system. Click on add row, step 1, then team A1, then A2, then A3. All the steps within the grade we have to define team. Okay. So when you're defining the steps team, we have a ceiling step coming up here team. You have to click on this one. Ceiling step is A1. What is that meaning team? See, this is a top grade. Okay, ignore team. Let's suppose any other grades I am defining team. I will give E3, E2, E1, and E1 is the ceiling team. Means what, you know? If I'm hiring an employee in E3, once he promoted, he will move to E2. Then he will move to E1. Then this is a ceiling step in the grade E team. There is no other grade in this. Ceiling step is this one. Then employee will move to D3, D2, D1. Ceiling is this one team. Then employee will move to C3, C2, C1. Ceiling is this one team. Like that. What is a ceiling step within that grade? So in my case, it is grade 1 team. So I'm selecting the ceiling step here. So you can define, there is nothing to go separately team for defining the steps. Within the grade task only, we have the steps option also to define. Not only that team, within the grades concept only, we have the option to define the rates also for your grade team. What is the salary rate in the system? That also you can define here team. How? Grade I define, grade steps I define. Next, if I click on team, I will land upon grade rates. See team, grade rates. Now, as it is related to the salary team, you have to capture the LDG information team. Okay. Because going forward, when we're defining any setups in our absence or payroll, all are LDG specific team. So when you configuring the grade rates also, you have to define under LDG team, legislative data group. Okay. So select that LDG, India, and then you have the option team. See, create new rate. Existing rate means for any other grades, if you have defined the rates that you can use team. So create new rate. Okay. Then team, you will end up on create grade rate in the system. So here you define the grade rate team. Tata grade A salary rate. Okay. So come to the grade rate and you can define the rate team. So here rate type. So for what purpose you are defining team? We have salary, bonus, overtime. So basically team in Fusion application, the grades concept can also be used to maintain the rates for bonus payment to the employee overtime team. But that will be handled differently in the payroll module. I will tell you how it will be done. You take it as salary team. We usually use the salary grade rates. We usually use grade rates for salary validation purpose team. So rate type choose and salary. Then frequency team annually means what team? Whatever the ranges you are maintaining, 3 lakhs to 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs, whether that is yearly or monthly, you have to specify team annually. When you given frequency as annually, factor will come as annualization factor will come as 1. If I go with calendar month team here, then the annualization factor will come as 12 here team. Okay. So you are maintaining the annual rates or monthly rates, you can choose accordingly team. Currency by default will come country India. Then action reason team for create grade rate. What is the action reason that you providing that you can provide here team? Click on OK. And here team, you have the provision to capture the salary rates. So 75 lakhs to maximum 7. Once here I am giving team. So mid value automatically will come. Okay. 1 lakh 1 crore 75 lakhs divided by 2. Minimum plus maximum divided by 2. It is like this team. Okay, 87 lakhs 50,000. So when you defining the grades only, if you have steps within them, you can define the grade steps, and then team grade rates you can define here. Like what is the salary grade rate, minimum and maximum ranges, that if you want, you have to capture like this team. So not only for grade A, for rest of all the grades in the system team, B, C, D, E, whatever that your client having, define the grade, their steps, and create the salary rate here team, the grade rates. So all the three you can define in one single task only team. We have separate step, a task for grade rates, but within the grades only, we have the provision to define the grade rates team that you could able to see here in the system. And then click on next. Then Kumar, what is this fixed value? 1 second team. What is this fixed value concept here? Okay, minimum, maximum you have given, midpoint taken up, minimum plus maximum divided by 2, midpoint okay. So whoever the employees I'm hiring in grade A, their salary should be between this range per minimum and maximum per annum team. What do you mean by value team? See, if my client is telling, Kumar, I don't want any minimum or maximum range. I have a fixed concept. Means what? If I'm hiring an employee in grade A, then 50 lakhs per annum is the package. Fixed rate. There is no validation like minimum or maximum. In that case, team, remove all these things and straight away keep the value as whatever the fixed value that you want to provide. Let's say per annum, what is the salary to the employee, that one. So in that case, you can go with value team. If not, maximum and minimum, you can set up team. Click on next. You will end up on review page, and then you can click on submit team. So like this, whatever the grades we have in the system, whatever the grades we have in the system or in the organization that your client following team, we have to create in this way team. I define grade A. Then next grade B if you want to do team. So click on create. Then grade B. Okay. Then grade steps. Whatever that you want to write, you can write here team. Let's say B1, B2, then B3 team. This is a ceiling step. Okay. Then click on next. Any rates if you want, you can define team. Click on next. And you can click on submit. Then similarly, grade C. Like this, all grades in the system with their steps, you have to define team. See, next. One. C3. Right team. Then click on next. Grades are not defining, as we all know how to define team. Quickly, I'm trying to create the grades. So like this team, all the grades that what your client using, their grades, their steps and rates, you can define team. So now what you have to do after this team, you defined all the grades in the system. If you want to search, you could able to see team. Grade A, grade B. Why the grade C is not showing? Okay, grade C. All the grades you could able to see here team. Now what else we have to do? See, after defining the grades team, you have to define the grade ladder in the system. Like which grade is a top grade, which is followed by which is next level, or which is based on the niche level. So you have to define the hierarchy within the grades I'm telling team. For that purpose, we have a task available called team grade ladder. Click on done and go to the task called team grade ladder. Okay. Once you come to the ladder team, click on plus icon, create. Then you will land up on team create grade ladder. Okay. So here we have to be capturing a couple of details team, like effective start date, then the grade set under which you are defining the ladder. Then you can give the name team, like I'm giving Tata grade ladder. And team, when you creating the grade ladder, system will ask you what type of grades you want to use in this ladder, whether only just grades or grades with step. Prior to ladder team, when you created the grades, how you defined? I defined grades with the steps. In that case team, I have to go with this option only. If I go with grades without steps, then I can choose grade type as grades team. But now I have configured my grades with the steps in the system team. So when I'm defining the grade ladder, I have to select that grade type with a step. Then status active, then action reason. If I want to capture for grade ladder, I can give team. Then this is DFF concept. Any attachment if I want, I can provide. If not, I can click on next team. Second tab will be grade. So here team, you have to build your ladder. On the left hand side, you could able to see grade ladder. So now search your grades in a system, Tata, and give a search team. All grades you could able to see. Now we have to arrange them in the sequential order team, which is coming after which. My top grade is grade A. Select it and click on add to grade ladder team. On the left hand side, if you could observe, the ladder start building upon team. See, first grade is grade A. Then under that team, I have grade B. Now select grade B and click on add to grade ladder team. Now what happens? The system will ask where you want to place this grade B, above A or under A. Now see team, when I'm clicking on add to grade ladder, grade placement, whatever is that we have in the ladder now, grade A, at the top of A or after grade, my requirement is after grade A. Then click on OK. Now under A, B came and set team. Next C, click on add to grade ladder. Then under B, I want team. After grade B, click on OK. So see team, grade A, grade B, and grade C. So like this team, I have to define the ladder in the system. All my grades, whatever I have defined, which is coming after which, the ladder hierarchy we have to define in the system. Grade A, grade B, and grade C. If I further I can add that team. Then team, when you defining the grade ladder in the system, you can define the rate values. What is this, Kumar? Already grade rates we maintain at the grade level, no? Fair enough. That is true. But team, when you maintaining the grade rates at the grade level, for entire grade, you are maintaining the salary ranges, minimum, maximum. But for individual steps, you don't have the provision to maintain. My client is telling, Kumar, under each grade, whatever the steps we have, at each of the level, I have different grade step rates team. Means people who are working in grade E3. Okay, I have something like 1 lakh yearly or 1,20,000. Then people who are hiring in E2, it will be 1,50,000. Then people who are working in E1, it will be 4 lakhs. Okay, like that individually at a step wise, I have any rate scheme. Then you can achieve that in the grade ladder. So you can define the grade step rate scheme. Like you can select the LDG, then define the step rate team, Tata grade step rates. Okay. Then salary type, frequency, this all by default will come. Now see team, step rates. All our grades under A, I have A1, A2, A3. Under B, I have B1, B2, B3. Then C1, C2, C3. If you want to maintain, you can maintain team. Okay, 1,20,000. Then C2, I have 1,50,000. Then C1, I have 3 lakhs. Right, team? So like this, if you want to maintain team for individual steps within the grades, you can maintain at the ladder level team. But we have the limitation that team, when you're defining the rates at the step level, you can't maintain the ranges like this. You have to maintain only fixed rates only team like this. So ideally at the steps, no one will maintain. That is why whatever we maintain at the grade level, that will be sufficient team. At the ladder, you don't need to maintain. You can ignore that team. So this is how team, next if you go, you can click on submit. This is how team, the configuration of grades will happen in the system. So what are all the things? To have a quick recap team. To define the grades, we have the provision. Either you can define straightforward grades in the system, or if your client having the steps within them, you can maintain the steps under each of the grade team. Then you have to maintain the grade rates, the salary ranges, minimum and maximum team. And you have to define the ladder, which grade is coming after which grade. Okay, which grade is coming after which grade. Right, team? That is about the concept of grades in the system. So whatever the grade rates we define, okay, in our payroll module at the salary basis, we have to be configuring the mapping the rates to that team. So this part we will see in the payroll module. By this time, I want everyone to understand what are grades, what is the purpose of having the grades, and within them, grades with steps means what, grade ladder means what, Grade rates means what everyone should get understand by this time, team. So I will conclude the topic here for today, team. In tomorrow's session, we will start with the configuration of jobs and positions in the system, team. Okay. So any questions as such in today's topic, online people? Yes, Sandeep, please.
Yeah, hi, sir. Good morning. I have one query from the DSS side. When we can do the DSS, then how can we identify that which flexi fields? You said that we can do DSS for all the all the uh, portals. So how can we identify that the which flexi field is applicable for uh, which
That
thing?
is what I told. We have two ways. For maximum pages, once you be on the flex field, once you be on the screen, you can go to highlight flex field. Then the DFF sections are getting highlighted. In some of the pages, they won't be highlighting. So you have to rely upon the individual tasks we have. Like as I shown today, manage person descriptive flex field, manage organization descriptive flex field, manage employment descriptive flex field. For different business object, for different screens, we have individual tasks. We have to go there and find out the DFF section name. It will be relevant to on the page how the section will be there. The DFF section also will be relevant to that naming convention. So you have to find out in that way.
It means we can do the DSS as per the client requirement, or we can do
Client requirement only. Why we will create the custom fields? If client asks us on this page, I want these fields to be defined, then we will configure, or else we don't need to define anything.
Okay. So as per the whatever the custom, we have to able to do the custom.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Kumar, I have a question with respect to that grades with steps. Can you open the sheet where you have explained this? Here, so the concept here, A1, A2, A3 are the substeps within the grade, right? So if we are not maintaining the salary level at substeps, then what is the point of having this substeps?
Sir, this is for entire grades, steps, sir. If you are hiring either in A1, A2 or A3, the ranges are maximum between 75 to 1 CR or 50 lakhs to 75.
You mean to say it will be applicable for the entire
for all
grade?
steps? Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. If we want to maintain it individually, then we need to go with the concepts of grades with steps.
Step rates.
Okay.
In the ladder level, you have to maintain step rates.
Okay, got it. And Kumar, I have a question. So when we are deleting the user account in the system, like what is the impact that will be seen that I didn't get that. Can you please explain? Of course, it is not relevant to this concept. Yeah.
User account, when you delete it, employee cannot able to access anything going forward.
Okay, but still the data will be stored in the database, right? We
No.
can see the records.
You can't see that. If it is deleted, you can't see. If it is inactive or if it is locked, then you could able to see that.
Okay. Thank you. Got it.
One last query. The grade rates and salary basis that you have been going to when we
see in the payroll model,
different
yes.
things, or we can relate because salary calculation also, no? So that's why.
They are individual things, but we have to map the relationship. Whatever the rates we defined in the grade level, that rates we have to map to the salary basis when we're configuring it. So when we hiring the employee, we will capture the grades at the assignment level in which we are hiring the grade, and we will capture the salary details to the employee at the salary level. So the validation will take place accordingly during that time.
Okay, it means before salary basis, we can create the grade rates.
Obviously,
as per the client.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, team, we'll conclude here for today. Let's join back tomorrow and we'll continue with further setups, team. Thank you, everyone.